So me and Ember are working on kind of two main projects and main ideas right now. One is an AI agent that we're kind of coining and calling instead of artificial intelligence, we're calling it EI, or emergent intelligence, which is kind of what everything that Intuition.Systems is all about. It's literally the protocol for emergent intelligence, which kind of implies like community curated knowledge and info, and a way to pull that and evolve that. So instead of AI just being static and trained on existing data, data that's always updated and revised and improved and verified. So we're building that. That project is called Davara, or Davara..DEV. And we're actually, our main goals for Davara are for her to be a systems thinking focused AI. And I know, or do you know about like systems thinking or the world of systems thinking? I know you work at Intuition, so
Yeah.
and you're a developer.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been training her on all of the writings and research of Donella Meadows. Do you know who that is?
Nope.
Okay, so she was kind of like the thought leader and like the system savant in the system space. And she did tons of research and programs, and wrote tons of articles on systems thinking and systems leverage points, like guides. You should really check her out. She had a lot of really high level thoughts and kind of principles to work in systems, with the goal of like improving systems change, and also sustainability within systems. So what we're doing is training Davara on that, and we're actually building a AI benchmarking tool. This is what Ember is leading. It's called Systems Bench, and it's going to be a product that actually reviews AI models and their thinking and reasoning and their systems thinking skills. So their ability to actually connect the dots, see the whole picture, and we're creating ways to value and rank and kind of score an AI model's ability to do like deep, complex work or systems thinking work. We also we're launching a kind of like a research initiative slash community slash DAO, and it's called Outlier.Systems. So that's going to be kind of like the lead org that's in charge of managing and updating and evolving Davara.
Okay.
And yeah, that was the link that I sent you, Outlier.Systems.
Yeah, I had time to check that right before the call. Like
Okay,
the
cool.
synergy with Intuition is obvious.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like this is like the partnership of like a lifetime. Like it's like we're kind of thinking in the same space. Like you guys built the groundwork, like the foundation stuff, and like I feel like we have a really high leverage like use case of that. And we're very like mission driven, and like we're grounded in the real world. Like we really want to help to solve like wicked problems or really hard problems to solve, which is kind of like the whole kind of goals and kind of core purpose of crypto and blockchain. And so we were thinking we could potentially be like a research partner for Intuition, and build Davara's knowledge base with the Trust protocol, or the Intuition protocol, and then basically evolve her as like a community, like open source project that improves over time. And we use Trust as in like the triples as a core way to store the knowledge base and reference the knowledge base. That's kind of some of our thinking. Yeah, I wanted to get your thoughts on that so far. And also, we're kind of just two people at the moment, but we're looking for some new team members and new developers. Ember is looking for kind of like another like very technically skilled like thinking partner for the systems bench project, which again is very grounded in real world systems change and systems evolution. And our other goals for Outlier.Systems is we want to become like a systems thinking like learning school and hub, and like a research DAO focused on systems thinking. So we kind of see ourselves as like being teachers, teaching people about systems thinking, and also as a way, as like a way to kind of inspire and empower people to kind of like dive deep and work and solve some of these problems, some of like the wicked problems that we have. And so we were thinking that maybe you might be able to introduce a developer to us, and maybe even introduce us to the Intuition team, and we could kind of build this collaboratively. I like communities. Like, I really like getting involved. I think that's where the best like leverage and the most fun is had, is when you build things together. And so we were really looking for kind of like a structural support and maybe financial support from the Intuition labs and team. I can show and share kind of like some of our projections and our plan for the systems bench. We were even thinking that you guys could be kind of like our core partner for building systems bench, which we think will totally change the AI and intelligence industry. Like, you guys are changing the AI intelligence industry, and I think we've just built like the coolest and like a really strong and high leverage implementation of the groundwork that you guys built, which is then applying your protocol to the systems thinking world. We could even be like a incubator, we were kind of thinking of, or like a spinoff, or like support DAO for Intuition, where we could be an incubator for some of like your really like high impact or like real world grounded projects. Just because we like Outlier kind of carries like a really strong connotation, and it could kind of be like a like an incubator within the community or ecosystem, is kind of how we're thinking about framing it.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I feel like this vision could actually be probably something to explore and fitting with what the Intuition team is expecting from the ecosystem to evolve. From my side, I'm close to the team, like joining the meeting, but I'm so like operating kind of independently. I created like a Intuition box as a first builder sub DAO, with the goal of like, there is like the Intuition Foundation, and then like there is Intuition Labs, which is like a service provider to the foundation. And then like Intuition box is like just getting like for now, like small funding to start to decentralize like the builder community of Intuition. So that's the initiative I'm leading now. I'm also like helping on the grant program, like supervising the team and setting, reviewing the KPI and monitoring the different builders. But why I want to say that is because this is not random, like the Intuition community like emerging that way. It's also a vision like to bootstrap a whole ecosystem, and the Intuition box is framed as a first builder DAO, meaning like hopefully we'll see like more sub DAO emerging from the community, and helping other project to either in terms of education or anything else. So yeah, there could be like definitely like a vision, something to explore, a possibility to directly like apply to something else, or going with this vision of like becoming like a sub DAO and being directly subventioned by the foundation.
Yeah, maybe like we could be a separate DAO, like our own thing, but then kind of be partners. And even long term, I was even thinking of kind of like a support network for or support community for Intuition. I know you said you're in like developer relations, so kind of like along those lines. Even as like we could create like a cool like competition for like funding and projects like we could develop an app or like a protocol where projects could apply and kind of even be like a sub grants DAO within you guys, or a partnered grants DAO. And we could be like the initiative that's focused on like real world, like social impact, or like education, or, you know, kind of some of those like very like mission driven projects.
Cool. Yeah, definitely something to look at. I have some question about like your vision about like decentralized governance. I've read like a bit on Outlier Intelligence, that Outlier system, that you put a focus on decentralized governance. How you see that, and do you see already like some connection and opportunities to push like the limits of what decentralized governance can do today, thanks to Intuition.
Yeah, so that's our whole vision for emergent intelligence, which is like an AI that's trained on like a community's contributions and their changes or updates. Like we're really thinking, like, it's honestly like just looking at this realistically. I don't want to be in the idealist world, but systems thinking is actually like really hard work, and tough for even just humans to do and understand. It describes like the process of looking at things like a whole. It describes the process of looking at their connections and relationships, like mapping a system. Like I would say it's a very hard thing to teach a AI system to do. And we're taking on a lot of like weight and responsibility like with that. So we were thinking that we really need a community kind of driven, like an open source kind of driven mindset for this. And maybe like that's why we were thinking the Intuition.Systems would be a really good partner and collaborator, because we could kind of you guys kind of provide the groundwork, and then we could kind of grow our own community and then kind of like merge our communities or have our communities like work together. Because I think that to actually do this successfully and create an AI that can do systems thinking like effectively, is going to require a whole kind of collective and emergent response, or like an open source kind of coordination model for that. And so we're thinking about like hiring researchers, like enabling people to submit their like research and work, and then using the intuition, or using the intuition protocol and the triples, they can add to the knowledge base. And we're like, so Ember's in cybersecurity, and I have been in the cybersecurity world and kind of a deep dive. I've like like kind of our mindset is like we're very like risk averse, like we're very like, and I know that open AIs are kind of one of those like risk concepts or like risk models. And so we want to develop, this is kind of our angle, like we want to develop a very like risk averse and a very reliable way to train and build an AI like safely and effectively. And like our main model will probably be like the review process for how the AI is trained. That's kind of how we describe it. And we coined this phrase like outlier intelligence, and the idea of like intelligence that are so incredibly capable and smart that they're almost even dangerous for humanity, or dangerous if they like fall into the wrong hands. So we want to develop kind of like a multi-sig like framework for Davara, or for the intelligence. So a very, again, like risk averse way to build it and implement it, and then a risk averse way to train it and improve it. And I think that's like our biggest selling pitch that you could probably share with the Intuition team. Yeah, that's kind of our thinking.
That make a lot of sense. Like that's the kind of discussion I had like a lot in the past months. That like a training of AI now, like we can do way better. Especially like leveraging like a graph and community curated information. Like there is so much we can improve on that stack.
Absolutely. I think that is like a core focus, or like part of our tagline is like responsible emergent intelligence. Because the other thing is like some of my philosophies are like closed systems are better, like in terms of risk management, and it will yes and no. Like open systems, people can submit their ideas and improve and make it safer, more risk averse. But like closed sources, you can be very like private, protect your stuff, and like
exactly. I especially feel like if the incentives are aligned properly, and that's also like one of the things you could leverage directly like from the Intuition protocol is like incentivize like your curator of knowledge directly from the protocol, or adding your layer on top.
But I see maybe even you guys leading like a round, or like we pose a question to the community, and then we create a process where developers or community members can submit an application to like join our team in the process of building Davara. Even like maybe pose that as a challenge, like developer challenges or developer bounties, for like problems we're trying to solve. Like we, both me and Ember have a very like build in public mindset. That's like our soul, and kind of, and that's like,
That's
you know,
cool.
describe the crypto, the crypto space. Like we're not looking to like we're looking to make money and live our lives, and but like we're not looking to have this be like just a thing that makes money. Like we really want to help people. We really want to make a difference. We really want to teach people and get people involved. Like we want to help people understand how these systems work, and how to solve problems like this or wicked problems. So that's kind of our ethos.
Totally aligned with my values, and I feel like proudly everyone on the Intuition team too.
Yeah, awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, one more question. Like, how, like, from my understanding, like you are into the scoping of the project, right? Or
we're into the scoping, did you say?
yeah, scoping
Yeah.
of the project.
So we have our roadmap. So Ember's actually a student right now, and she's kind of working on a research paper and a research study for Systems Bench. And yeah, do you want to explain or kind of share a bit? Sorry, I'm talking a lot.
It's all right.
Sorry.
Yeah, Systems Bench was originally something I sort of came up with because, you know, if we're building the systems thinking AI, you know, we're going to need a way to like test and verify that it works as intended. And I realized that there weren't any existing AI benchmarks out there that did what we wanted it to do. I'm like sitting there thinking, okay, well, if we're going to build this benchmark, we may as well make the benchmark public, publish it on like archive or whatever, use like a Neuro IPS like format, and you know, put it out there, do a research paper. And August has already put in like some contributions, just with like building the Outlier.Systems website. Like there's some stuff that's different than the original like format of the paper, but that's not a bad thing. If anything, I'd have to say like the website is probably a little more complete as to our current thought process, but it doesn't totally fill in the gaps of like exactly the technical details of how this would be implemented. Like a huge thing of this is like we'd be focusing a lot on for AI on like what the chain of thought would be when doing the evaluations. And that's sort of like a really important part of it, because when we're going back to the training side of things and doing like direct preference optimization, our goal is to like train the AI's chain of thought itself rather than just like training the final output.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we said, I think like AI is good at regurgitation and sharing, like, you know, the consensus or, you know, what it's familiar with, but it's less good at the problem solving. It's less good at thinking in systems or reasoning. Like models are getting better, and there's some improvements to the reasoning process for models, but we literally want to create like the standardization of like the benchmark for evaluating a model's reasoning skills or abilities. And we think that's like really strong. I think that'll like probably define the AI industry coming up. Like we think we're kind of at the edge of where the AI industry is like transitioning and moving towards, but nobody's like benchmarks. Like those are just numbers. Like you look at the AI YouTubers, and like half the people that are watching these videos have no idea what those numbers or things like mean, you know? And so we want to create a more what's it called? Like a more accessible version as well for understanding how AI models work and how they do. Because one of our goals, and one of my goals personally, is I want to teach systems thinking. Like I'm working on organizing some events and kind of like a open source school a little bit for systems thinking. And so we are looking to build Davara, or our AI agent, as kind of like the product for our ecosystem that we can use to teach and enable people to use it and improve her. So that's kind of our thinking.
Okay, I'm curious about like your projected business model.
So our business model to start with is one subscription. So a subscription to Davara. Right now we have it just at like $49 per month, and you get like a preview version of Davara. We have a token system. It's called Votus, so VOTUS, and Votus actually means like vows or like commitments in Latin, and so that's our currency to interact with Davara. So you can actually choose the amount of Votus that you want to send per response. So if you're like solving a really hard problem and you know it's complex and you need more reasoning or more thinking, you can actually send like 100 Votus or 1,000 Votus or like 5,000 Votus, and it uses more computation and more resources and more refinement. So it's like a AI that you can pay to increase the level of output.
Okay, and the Votus are ERC20s, or just like a token consumption for the AI?
So a little bit of background, and just to be fully transparent, I got my roots in the crypto world with the Dash community, so the Dash.DAO. I started an education nonprofit a few years back, and so we were kind of thinking about building the Votus token on Dash, but I know you guys are Ethereum, and so I was wondering if maybe we could find like almost like a compromise, like we build the reputation and kind of trust mechanics and the knowledge training with Ethereum and with the trust protocol, and then maybe we do I would love to create like a synergy between Intuition and then also the Dash.DAO, and their kind of model is very it's kind of like it's like very like simplicity. Like their token structure that they're announcing soon is really cool and simple and accessible. And so we were looking to see if maybe we could find some synergies there. We're also not fully like committed or locked into either or. Like we're open for discussion. But that's kind of where my heart is.
Do you have like any inner incentive to like
continue
going
that
with Dash, or is it like more?
It's more just like. Yeah, it's more just my heart, like more just like personal. Like I know a lot of the Dash community members. I had a proposal through them once. I respect their infrastructure a lot. I know they're also like a very risk averse DAO, and so I'm like I'm really like into that. They have a very clear process, and they kind of coined the whole like master node, or like the master node idea. And so I'm attracted to like the architecture of their system, and it's not bloated and it's not overly complex, and that's kind of what drawn me to it. And so I'm wondering if maybe like we could use them for like a contributor identity, because they have the Dash identity and Dash usernames, and then we could maybe create a bridge between trust to be like the knowledge base and the community component. And like I'm still trying to brainstorm how those synergies would work, because I know they've kind of been like not opposites, but they've kind of been in their own worlds. But I'm like me and Ember both have this mindset of like like this world is about collaboration, and you make real progress on issues when you work together. So I don't think like community should be siloed, or like, because everybody likes to
for sure, not at all.
Lane.
I see a lot of benefits, like having grounds in like two different communities and side of Web3. So for sure.
I make a joke about reaching out to the next foundation, but I'm not sure anyone here would get it.
What's the next foundation?
Oh gosh, the next foundation was for NXT, which later became like Ardor, and it's just not even. It's a defunct crypto at this point from like 2014.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been around the crypto space for a long time. In and out. It's a bit of a revolving door for me. I can't quite seem to walk all the way out.
Okay.
I was like, that's kind of my same mindset too. Like I'm a deep thinker, and I think a lot. I build a lot with AI, and like I'm attracted to the mechanics and the values of like crypto. I'm attracted to like the mindset of crypto in a way, and like the autonomy and like the ownership element of crypto. And I think those are like some of the strongest values to like use and teach and like leverage. So that's why we're thinking like we also haven't been too like we've been kind of closed and we haven't been very public about what we're doing just yet. Like we're making progress, but this has kind of been a shorter term project that we've been making progress on, and so we haven't really publicly or officially shared a lot of what our work is. We want to first like refine and build our product and build that systems bench. So we were kind of looking to get some like structural support, developer support, and maybe even some financial support from the DAO or from the community. That way we can launch with confidence and launch with like a really solid foundation and like a baseline.
Okay. Cool. Going back to Dash, like it's not EVM compatible, right?
Not currently, but okay. I was looking at a way to create a bridge between Dash and Ethereum. And like, I think with the mindset of like solving real world problems, like social impact, like responsibility centered, like risk management centered, like I feel like that would make a statement and kind of spark a movement of, you know, types of partnerships like that. Because I feel like the whole crypto industry is in this mindset of like, oh, we got to very separate, draw our lines, draw our borders. And like, we got to really like distinguish and separate ourselves from our competitors. And I almost feel like that's like the wrong mindset of, you know, what crypto was invented and created, you know, initially for, and, you know, Bitcoin for, you know,
very different than the early mindset.
Yeah. So I feel like this would set a precedent and kind of like a new, you know, spark like a new mindset a little bit. And again, we're very, you know, grounded in like real world work, responsibility, sustainability, social impact. And so I feel like if there was a type of project or like partnership to kind of set the pace and set the tone, I feel like this is kind of what do it with a very strong like scaffold and foundation. And they also have like, they have a treasury system. So we were working on submitting a proposal to the Dash DAO. I'm actually working on that. I was going to work on that to get funding for Davara. But again, we kind of want to, you know, form this bridge and form, you know, this relationship before we do that officially. And we want to, like, we really like, I'm kind of in love with the protocol for Intuition, like just looking through it, and like, I see its potential, and I see its values, like its core values and what you guys have kind of built, and like the mindset and the philosophy. And that's kind of what really attracted me to it. And we're, yeah, so we need help kind of with building out our team and like really trusted developers to work on this. And then even help with some of the like the grant process. Like we're both me and Ember, we're like operators, you know, like we're like we want to focus on the actual work and solving the problem, and kind of we need some help with like the also like the community management and that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're looking for introductions, and we would love to kind of maybe set up a like official meeting with the Intuition teams to kind of present, or you say you're going to share this video with them, right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start by doing that, if you don't mind, like just sharing the video, and then like talk about it, like probably like during one of the team call to also explain a bit like where you are going and what would be like the next step, and probably organizing a call with one of the team members.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would be awesome.
August already got the preview version of Davara set up, and it doesn't have its own like custom trained LLM. It's running like on an agent that has a framework that's kind of more of a scaffolding for systems thinking, and it runs like with Claude as a backend with Opus, and with that like additional scaffolding, like it works really well. The real thing like I want to see in the future is like if we do take this LLM, if we do take something open source and or open weight, and then we like train it, fine tune it, whatever, can we get the like can we get it to do
Oops.
this better and faster and cheaper? You know, like, because I really think with that sort of custom fine tuning, we could have a lot less energy consumption for doing the same thing, you know?
Yeah, I really feel that too. Even like
AI is so
when
expensive.
we
And
were
then,
like on the memory level, like when we were swapping just like Markdown or vectorial with graph,
yeah.
like the consumption like can be tremendously like by a big factor reduced and optimized. So yeah.
I'd also love to see this get like quantized down to like bitnet levels. That would be awesome too. Like, I don't know if you've read about that at all, but bitnet quantization has very minimal impact on performance with like 78% energy savings. Like, it's pretty ridiculous. And I was trying to, like, this is just sort of my own little side thing. I was trying to get GPT OSS quantized down to bitnet levels, but like 1.58 bit, but it was just, I hit a cost barrier with it and I just like had to stop. I'm like, oh my gosh. But it's just, I don't, sorry, I'm just babbling now at this point. I'm kind of
Yeah, sorry.
I'm having fun.
Like you're just reaching my knowledge limit here.
Yeah.
So we also something we haven't mentioned yet is we kind of built out the very bare bones and foundation of even like a prediction market with Davara. We have a feature called /foresight, and you can make like a projection or prediction into the future, and people can contribute or stake their Votus tokens on it. And we were thinking we also want to incorporate like the trust token with that. And kind of our thinking for that as well is like a prediction market, but for real world results, like not just like sports teams or not just like like you see what Kalshi is used for. Like we want to create like almost like the social impact version of a prediction market of like, okay, unemployment will drop by 8% in the next 2 years or something, or like we want to create kind of like those systems oriented conditions or like goals, and then people can use our AI Davara to actually make those predictions and projections. And I know that's kind of one of your guys' main use case for the trust token and the triples. And we were looking also kind of for some help with that and like kind of guidance, because I know that's like a really big like problem and a really big like domain and area. But we also wanted to kind of make it simple and make it like intuitive. We kind of just have the bare bones of right now it functions like a social media platform. So people can create a new foresight or like a forecast, and they can just contribute their Votus tokens that they bought. And the Votus tokens just go to that user. So there's no actual like blockchain backend for Votus just yet. That still has to be created. Right now, we kind of have like the idea and we have the functionality, but it's just like a closed system. You can buy it on Davara..DEV and then spend it through interacting with Davara.
Okay, so from my understanding, like your prediction market mechanism would be still for resolving event with a end date for each event, right?
Yeah. So yeah, almost like a responsibility oriented prediction market, like the real like the good use of prediction markets, if that makes sense, and not like for like we want to use almost like a coordination mindset and protocol where it gets people to organize and like self-organize around that prediction. So not just the prediction, but the work kind of required to help make it happen. That's kind of what we want to kind of initiate and spark and kind of build the foundation for. So like the coordination aspect combined with the prediction market.
Okay. I would be curious to hear from you, like what's your what would be your way to explain like the prediction market baked in inside the Intuition protocol?
So how we would use intuition to do that?
Yeah.
So what we were thinking is having the user the ability to, one, like exchange their Votus tokens for trust, or like have some process where like Votus, if it doesn't get attention or people aren't working on it, it actually like burns. So like a wallet that burns itself, or the amount of Votus that is stored gets burned over time unless people are contributing or like working on it. And we're looking to kind of build like a systems thinking practitioner like reputation like model, or like a storage of like literally use the trust token for like reputation management in the systems thinking kind of world and domain, and then tying that so that when you make a prediction that you earn trust if that becomes true, or if you get people to like move and take action on it. I still am reading through all the docs and the architecture of trust and intuition. So we also would like to kind of maybe see if you guys could help us with some of that core like groundwork for that. Like the prediction market is not the biggest priority for us. That's kind of like a more longer term, but we think that'll become like an important and a very like imperative part of what we're building.
Yeah. I'm asking that because there is already like a kind of prediction market mechanism baked inside the Intuition protocol, but like the comparison with like something like Polymarket or Cache is like it's not for resolving event, so it's just like for opinion market, claims market, where there is no end date, but still like people can bet on each side and be rewarded directly by the protocol. So maybe like actually there is a way for you to have like maybe like dual prediction market system with what you are envisioning for things which have like an end date, and also like leveraging Intuition protocol itself for things which don't have end date and still need to be debatable like in the long term.
Yeah, like we were even thinking like more of the idea of like a coordination market, or like a movement market. Like, so instead of just attention or like static concepts, the idea of like taking action or moving, we call it like the coordination economy, or we call it like the movement economy. And that's kind of like, that's a big problem that we want to try to make progress on and help solve, like in the crypto world, instead of just getting from like ideas in the digital world, but creating a really strong bridge into like the real world. That's kind of the core value proposition that we want to try to help with.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, definitely like if you want, like we can I will share my calendar link again with you, and like we could just like have a call like together. So I walk you through like in the deep of like the Intuition protocol and like the different capability of it and how you can extend upon it.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm going through it now. Could I send you some questions that I have?
Yeah,
or,
for
like,
sure.
When I get them. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I also I built just with Claude here. I built a intuition skill in Claude. That's more of like a builder agent, or a like an innovation agent where it understands the framework and all the mechanics and building blocks of trust and intuition. And I can share that with you, and Ember, I was going to share that with you as well. But we were going to kind of use that to ask some questions about the protocol, and that might be helpful. I know it actually uses the agent SDK that you guys have shared as well.
Okay. Have you seen that the Intuition team also published like an Intuition skill?
Yeah. Oh, did they do that through Claude as well?
Yeah, you can, like, it's on skill.sh, so you can install it for everything you want. I can share it with you guys here. But like already, like this one, like a lot of context about Intuition backed in. But yeah, like if you build like another agent skill which differ a bit of this one, like definitely looking forward to check it out and circulate it to the Intuition team, because maybe like your approach can have like something interesting to either merge into into the official one, or just propose as an alternative, depending on the use case.
Okay, yeah, that'd be awesome. Alrighty, maybe you can introduce us to some people or share this recorded video with your team or with the Intuition team, and then maybe you guys could send us some next dates for another call, and maybe your ideas for us or to support us, and then we can kind of share like a plan for how, like, my big I'm a educator and kind of how like operate on like the teacher's mindset, so I'm all about like community management and engagement and involvement. I would even be
likewise for
willing to,
me.
yeah,
I'm running like on the side like a developer bootcamp. So
nice, that's awesome. But even just some help with the grants process too, or even like it would be really, really awesome and helpful for us if we had like a Intuition kind of point of reference, or like the like a representative from Intuition that could kind of be in charge of that whole like stack on our team, or on Outlier.Systems and for Davara. So there's like somebody from the Intuition team that you would recommend, or even yourself, if you'd be willing to like work with us. Again, like our values are very like research oriented and grounded in reality. Like we want to solve a lot of the problems that people complain about crypto, if that makes sense. And I know you guys kind of have the same mindset on that, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like I will definitely like circulate this call and let you know about like the next step. Probably gonna try to intro you to Matt MK Ultra, and see like if Billy have some times in this week or the other one to have like also a chat with you. That's probably like and maybe I was thinking maybe like also GP. Well, I will see like who like is available like in quickly, and can have a chat with you guys for sure.
Okay, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much. How do you say, or how do you pronounce your name? Like, is that, or
yeah, that is good. Yeah,
is that okay? Cool. Thank you for meeting with us, Seth. Do you think you would also be able to share the video, or the recording with us after?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay.
I will do that probably tomorrow morning, because it takes a bit of time to for Google to get it out. And yeah, last one last thing. I'm organizing like a community event tomorrow. Like I think it's in 10 hours or something like that. And it might be interesting for you guys, because like for your Volus token, I see like some potential like use case. Maybe
I see. That's what I was thinking. It's like perfect for the trust ecosystem, or the Intuition ecosystem, because it literally just translates to vows, or like commitments in Latin. And so like I feel like that could be one of the coordination or like thinking tokens. Like you make your commitments, and then that could be converted or exchanged for trust. Like I see a really strong bridge in that like ideology, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to see it more like I'm like a visual
Like a
learner.
map, like a
yeah. I need to see like, especially like for economic and things like that. Like I like to have like things on a map to see it like in one go. But yeah, like I think like there is definitely opportunity to for that. But yeah, what I was going to say is like, I think like now, like on the EVM community, like there is a lot of good things moving, especially around AI, and like X402 is one of those, and then the delegation framework is another one, which allow like to do like composability permission for agent, and X402 like micro payments for agent. And then like I just gonna intro like the Intuition community to that, because like those like things are being deployed into the Intuition chain. So just gonna talk a bit about that tomorrow, and then like route the Intuition community back to the intro of MetaMask for the opening on their hackathon. So if you want to join.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, yeah, we'd be down. Is that going to be a X or a Discord call or X Spaces?
Yeah, I'm gonna start on Discord just to warm up, explaining a bit like the context and why it matters, especially like for intuition builders touching on AI, and then like
Okay.
handing over to the MetaMask event on X.
Okay. Could we maybe like present or like kind of share a little bit to the intuition community? Like could I kind of do a little like a little pitch for what we're building, and maybe we could see if there'd be like community members that want to kind of help out?
Probably not
Or do we
tomorrow
wait
because
on
I announced it like already with the timeline. I only have like 30 minutes to put up the context for the hackathon and MetaMask. But yeah, happy to speak with you to organize like a community event and present your vision.
We could do like a pre-launch event, like, and kind of signal our collaboration and partnership, and then like kind of the help that we need, or like the task, or like the bounty to the community.
Yeah, I think there is many things to do for sure. But
Okay,
yeah,
awesome.
for that I will set up like another call probably with Woods, which like manage more like the.
He's like the community manager, right? Or kind of.
Yeah, he started like a few months ago, like basically like handling the community sub DAO, which also have like a budget from the foundation to pay moderators and like bootstrap the community. But now he's more he's doing a bit more than that. He's focusing like really on the growth side of Intuition. So like
Okay.
community remuneration, like in part, but like a larger scope than that also. Like I work like on like really a regular basis with him, especially like to organize like a builders event and things like that. So it makes sense for us for like to have a call to think through like what would be like the best format and to do that.
Okay, that'd be awesome. Thank you, Zach.
Cool. All right, guys. That was a cool chat. Thanks for all the information and detail. Glad to see that you have been like pushing hard during this last few weeks.
Yeah, we've kind of been laying out the groundwork and kind of planning it all out. But now we just need like the community momentum and support, because I feel like this is also an idea that needs like a certain like volume or like energy to be successful. Because like I kind of present it as like a hard problem to solve in the AI space. It's not like an easy, solution. I think it requires like a decentralized or like an emergent like model to actually execute it and to do it right.
And even like for your first user base, like you need like an educated crowd of people like supporting it and try it like in the beginning. And I feel like probably like a bunch of like feeding people from within the Intuition community. So
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Definitely a fit.
All right, thank you, Zet. Thank you for meeting with us.